start recording, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Calm.
Thank you very much, bro.
Good, lovely. Thank you. Episode 19.
Episode 19 with some fresh air.
We needed that for Breeze, boy.
Yeah, that was... Yeah.
Oh, yeah, quickly. These last 2 episodes, yeah, the last 2 episodes that...
They'll see before this, yeah.
I think we've been fucking up in terms of the episode number. Because we've been... Joyce's episode was episode 18. We kept saying 17.
Did we?
Yeah. Because I remember editing it. And then...
Smart.
Even in the... you know the... Like, her introduction with that where she's sitting on the couch by herself.
Yeah.
She was saying episode 17, and I was like, shit. Like when I looked at the episode on YouTube, it's episode is episode 18. And the episode before that,
we said 17.
Which just we said 17. No, we said 16.
We said 16, but it was 17.
It's actually 17.
You know why it was though? Because remember that one episode we filmed, but the collapse.
Oh yeah.
So it's in our heads. We're still thinking.
Yeah. Anyway, we're here.
We're back. Steven's on time.
Yeah, hey, imagine, yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about. No, so imagine I was gonna be mad early today, like good half an hour to 20 minutes early, and I thought, Steven's gonna be late. Arsenal women are playing, so their trains are packed and everything. So I thought, he's gonna.
I'm coming from Coventry, guys.
Coming from Coventry,
disclaimer, yeah.
Which still shouldn't be an excuse. But I've given him blies.
A bit leeway.
So then now listen, I'm bopping through. I'm thinking in my head, okay, I'll probably get there. Like, let's say like 20 to 5, and then call. I message Stephen like, I'm here. Just shout me whenever you're at work.
I'm about, yeah.
These times me, I'm walking. All of a sudden, I see Stephen man's just eating by himself. Just minding his business.
You gotta treat yourself, bro.
I was like, man decided to come early. I was shocked. I was surprised.
Anytime I come early, if I can eat food, bro.
This guy.
First meal of the day. But yeah, now we're active.
Yeah, we're here. A lot's gone on. Because we haven't filmed in like a good couple weeks, you know.
Yeah, because we pre-record, didn't it?
Yeah,
which is good, but I think it's good because it also gives us time to let things settle.
To process things, innit? A lot's gone on. So first of all, obviously, I don't like to start with sad stuff. I don't want to spend too long.
It's not sad. We're celebrating his life.
Exactly.
Celebrating his life.
Right, we are celebrating his life.
Celebrating his life.
Of course, like rest in peace, Takeoff.
R.I.P. man.
I remember when that first hit, my stomach dropped.
I couldn't believe
sitting
it.
in the group chat, I was thinking, I was thinking, like my face turned. You know when your face turns, my face.
Yeah, I thought it was one of them memes, but I was like, it's gonna be like, yeah, guys, that's not even funny. But
like in Houston, and it was bare side that. I don't know. Rest in peace, Takeoff.
Rest in peace.
It's sad.
Rest in peace. And you know what it is as well? There's just some names you hear that you don't associate to certain things, and it's like
it shocked me because I would have never thought that.
So I say life. I don't want to be there because everyone said life is short, but guys, I'm gonna tell you like, bro. Just do what you want with your life, man. Nothing is guaranteed.
Don't look at people too much, man.
Nothing. A sweet soul like Takeoff. Best rapper Migos, by far, I say it. I've always said that.
I feel like that was something that everyone...
It was known, but it wasn't...
known. Like, everyone knew it was underrated. Even though Quavo and Offset, like, for example, Quavo was the hook man. Offset was the guy whereby he'd drop a hard verse
here
and there, and he'd have his own individual tunes as well, like, what do you call it, like Ric Flair drip or whatever. But everyone knew that when it comes to rapping and barring, that Takeoff was like the guy. Like, everyone knew when it got freestyling as well, when they do the freestyles. Like
his album wasn't even too bad. There was that one song, NASA Takeoff Like a Rocket. Yeah, that song there, but alright, man. It's even hitting me now, bro. It's hitting me now.
Yeah,
and it's like, before we just move on, it's like, you know when people say a lot of times that, they changed the game. No, Migos actually changed the game.
Migos are pioneers.
And I love how they first...
And this is a conversation I want to have later on, whereby it's like, when music transitions, like, sonically, like, for example, like, from the 2000s, like, in the early 2000s, you had, like, the trap music, so you had the Jeezys, 50 Cents, and then Kanye coming into play.
Therefore,
Kanye changed the sound there, and he made it so that you didn't have to be a street guy to make it in rap or hip hop.
Yeah.
During obviously early 2000s, you had to be associated with certain man, and then the 2010s, early 2010s, Kanye kind of revolutionized it in a way, and then you had the likes of Drake's that was singing and still rapping and talking about girls now all of a sudden and this, that and the other. Then you had the mumble rap whereby it's like the Migos, whereby they had the Atlanta sound, Atlanta comes Young
ATL.
Thug, Migos, Future, them
Lil Baby, Gunna.
Lil Baby. Obviously, these guys, they all Young Thug and them, man. They stem from like Lil Wayne, in my opinion. Lil Baby stems from Lil Wayne. They're from like that family tree.
Yeah.
But then Migos was like the mumble. Or at first we called it mumble rap. Remember?
Yeah. Because we weren't used to it. We tried to box them in.
Yeah.
And why that's why I rate them so much is there was so much.
They went against the grain. There was so much criticism as well at that time, whereby them and Future and Young Thug to an extent, whereby people were like they were mumbling, whereas like they're really caught. Because you think about it, without the Migos, there's no Lil Uzis, there's no all these littles that were coming. They stem from that Migos, because Migos, that early trap era, whereby they were rapping and doing that humming flow.
Yeah.
Them and Future.
And do you know I rate them even more? Because it's like, what I was gonna say is they breed. So you see, the first stage of getting out there is fame, like you're the hot new one.
Yeah.
But they turn that into relevancy.
Yeah.
For a good 10 years, I would say they were at the top of the game.
I remember.
And sorry, just before you say, I love why before when they were YRN, young rich niggas, why they were so good is they were relatable, bro. Even though they're from ATL, but it's like you see three niggas all like brothers, and they just had fun when they rap. They had the locks, their own family, and you can see they just love to be together and make music. That's why they were so. But when Versace dropped, I was like, I didn't know what I was listening to, but I was like, this is hard.
I remember there was one summer.
It's that TikTok meme that you did about like when you first hear new music. It's like, what is this? I was like, what is this?
What's that melody?
But it's cold, fam.
Bro. And I remember one thing about Migos, because obviously, like, I don't want to talk too depressingly about the situation. I want to, like you said,
we'll talk about the great bits, man.
Yeah, I remember like 2015, 16 when they dropped Culture, the first Culture 1 album.
Classic
I
album.
remember classic.
Top 10
and
hip hop albums.
That's one of I don't know.
Yes.
I'll say it's one of them hip hop albums whereby, in terms of like its impact. Because remember how I just spoke about sounds and how certain artists like they kind of changed the sound of hip hop sonically. Like Migos did that, and they did that with that album Culture to me personally. And that album was one of them albums whereby it's like when I was in I remember when I was in year 10 and year 11 doing GCSEs. That was when that album come out. So you had t-shirt full of bangers, T-shirt, Bad and Bougie, Cool Casting, Kelly Price, with Travis Scott, like hella tunes, bangers on bangers, and then. That album, to me, that's like an album that's like a stable. The
album alone could be all the songs there can be on the verses.
Facts. No.
All the songs in that album.
Alone, that album.
A lot of artists right now, if they were just to go against Migos' first Culture album.
Groups as well. In terms of groups as well.
Bro, it's peak. It's actually peak, bro. It's actually peak. And one of my favorite takeoff memories. I don't know if you saw. I think everyone's seen this video, but if you haven't, I don't know where you've been. No, that was one of them. But I'm talking about the one where they were.
Like I got left off by the music. Yeah.
You think I got left off by the bougie? You think I got left off by the bougie? But it's the one where it was like when they were backstage and they was DJing. You're looking like a movie star.
That one was funny.
And that's takeoff. Like that's how he always was.
Yeah.
And the last one, so the Breakfast Club interview when it was like,
I say man was ad-libbing.
But he was like, I feel it was Charlemagne was like, maybe the Hispanic guy was like, Cardi, did you know you were talking about her? And he just looked at the camera and was like, Cap. And then he was like, he actually speaks in ad-libs. He's too funny.
But nah, man, rest in peace, Takeoff, man.
Rest in peace.
Honestly.
Rest in peace. Oh, bro.
His family get peace, man. Because honestly, it's not easy, especially dealing with that. It's not easy, but obviously. And
the whole of the hip hop world felt it. Like that's a real.
I felt it, bro. I felt that. Like, but yeah, moving on because I don't wanna. Obviously, rest in peace, Takeoff. I've just said once again, but
we'll move to Drake since we just sidebars.
My guy.
The new album, Her Loss. Whose loss was it?
Drake? Huh?
Was it really a loss?
Her loss. You. Nah, but
What do you think?
Should I start?
Yeah, you start because you're.
Okay, so I like personally. I'm still playing the album to this day.
What are you rating out of 10 just before you start?
I probably rate it a strong 7.5.
Okay, yeah, that's
strong 7.5. It's a good album. I liked it. I'm still listening to it now. I got what songs? Like, let me look at the track list. So I remember the intro, Rich Flex. First time I heard it, I can't lie, my toxic masculinity came into play when Drake was like 21, could you do something for me?
Yeah. No name, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like, but it's a cool song.
The beat flip. Save that song.
Chrome. That's what. Yeah, whatever he said. That shit. Yeah, I like that. Then you had Major Distribution.
Yeah,
decent tune.
Decent.
On BS, I liked.
Good tune.
Cool tune. After that, hold on, let me bring up the.
I can't lie, I feel like we needed a bit more 21. Sometimes
that's another thing.
It just felt like a Drake album.
Yeah, that's another
and then
thing
it was like, we're gonna put in a 21.
Yeah, I feel like what now? That was the main takeaway I got from it was I was like Drake
featuring his backup dancer 21.
Yeah, featuring 21 in a way.
Yeah,
and I felt like he kind of did that whilst just shooting at everyone in it.
Yeah,
whoever he wanted to.
Because he felt like, because even 21 came out and said it is like anything Drake said, I'ma stand on it because.
Yeah. So it's like you know the ones where you got your brethren.
Yeah. So now you're a bit more chest out. You want to do Bugatti.
That's what I slightly felt like in a way whereby I was like,
yeah,
because he was name dropping in this, like when he said he was sneak dissing, as he usually does, with his like anonymous or whatever you call it, disses or whatever, and then at the same time, like for example, Serena's husband. When he said that
wasn't sneak dissing.
He said straight up.
Serena,
listen,
your
Serena's husband. Your husband was a groupie.
He's a groupie. I said.
He took you to Nobu or something like that. And for your birthday. I'm like, do you know? Imagine another guy that's done a thing with a girl.
And that's the worst thing. It's not the fact that he said it. And I think I was watching some Sean C, some guy that reviews music on YouTube. I love him. He said Drake knows what he's doing because he knows he's not necessarily getting to them. It's the fact that now your girl now got that doubt in her mind. Like if Drake says you're groupie. Are you really a groupie? Because that's the worst thing. It's not the fact that you said it, it's the fact that now in the head.
And the thing is, it's had to use the thing that's so like, he's a bastard.
He's a bastard.
Because imagine, the way he says it so cool. It's not like imagine, all these rappers be shouting on beats. Man says it, man just talking on the beat.
So I'm thinking, so now Serena's thinking like, why she's breastfeeding her kids? Wait.
And this is Serena Williams.
My man a groupie, bro. Like, did I marry a groupie?
Like Serena Williams. This is Serena Williams. So now she's gonna be looking at her, and that's what I'm saying. Like now, it's almost like. Man, they've got to be a strong. Bro, he's a bastard because they've got to be a strong relationship. They've got to have a strong ties together for them to get over that shit. Because that sort of shit will cause trouble in the household. No, deep it. Imagine Drake mentioning your girl in tune, bro.
It will.
That I can't lie. My equilibriums.
My bad, the dictionary for that.
Bro,
man said Drake, when do you read the dictionary to profess your emotions?
No, because it's the fact that it's not like for example, like there's certain bars he may say whereby the way he doesn't mention no name, so it could be this person, that person, or that person. But in this instance, man said Serena's husband. He said Serena, your husband's a groupie.
He's a side man, bro.
He took you Nobu for your birthday. I said, oh my god,
that's deep. Yeah, I needed more 21. And my only thing, I needed more 21. So you see, like Middle of the Ocean, best song on the album. I don't think that's the argument.
But that's the tune that we're just Drake.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I wanted to see, because when 21 Savage was on, you could tell the 808s, it was a lot of like heavy, like Atlanta Joe. I wanted to see 21 on that type of beat.
Yeah.
Because there's no point of you guys collabing if you're just gonna do songs on the same beat you could do by yourselves.
Yeah.
So my point is, that's why What Time to Be Alive was so cool, because back then Drake wasn't jumping on no Future like heavy trap drill beats like that kind of.
It was Drake coming to Future.
Coming to Future. So I'm if you're doing a 21, we know because 21 dropped Too Much Agreement album, so we know that trap is his thing.
Is his thing.
Hard.
He can
so
go.
Something like Middle of the Ocean, why it was so good, because Drake is comfortable with that. I want 21 to now jump on that and give us like a couple verses with that type of.
What did you think of 3 AM in Glenwood?
What?
Yeah, it's some tune called 3 AM in Glenwood. That's the
yeah, that's the one. Oh, the one of 21 in it. That was just 21.
That was his like.
That was his, but there was still
Toronto.
It was all right, man. But like I said, it was.
I thought it was decent, but
it was just 21. Like it was a normal 21 tune. That's my problem with the album. It's like none of them went out their comfort zones. Even on Rich Flex, it had to be a beat switch for you to see the actual. No, like I want to see you on stuff you won't normally do. Because that Middle of the Ocean, the engineering, sound was.
I feel like when Drake's on that sort of beat, and I've mentioned it before, where it's
that champagne poetry type beat.
Champagne poetry,
Tuscan leather,
like lemon pepper freestyle. What else? That sort of vibe whereby he's just
diplomatic community type.
Yeah. Where that's like a slow beat and he's just talking, spitting bars. I feel like I feel like that's when he's.
That's when he's at his best. But I want to see. That's what I'm saying. But as a musician, because 21 Savage, what else have you got to prove to us at this point? You're cemented.
No, he's not.
He's cemented as one of the trap.
Yeah. But he's still. I wouldn't say he's got nothing to prove.
No, so that wrong word. I'm saying you've proved all you can in trap. But I'm saying if you want to develop as an artist, as one of the greats. That's why Drake is so great, because he can dabble into all these things. 21, I wanted to see him in like a middle of the ocean type beat where it's like, okay, now you're not in your comfort zone. Let me see how your flow. Because the thing we like about 21 is, although he's not like he's a lyricist, he's very underrated in that. But it's his cadence, bro. It's the way he says stuff. So I feel like those type of beats.
It's better like
because even the one bar said, they was like, they don't need to check my ID because they know I'm 21. Such a basic bar, but the way he said it, I was like, bro, that's crazy.
No, but at the same time though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
At the same time though, like no,
it's true. Because if someone else said that,
that's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's why 21's so great.
And that's why cadence to me is so important.
It's so important, cadence.
That's why, like, and that's another thing. Like, when it comes to rap, I feel like that's the beauty in rap. Because sometimes you can say the most simplest of shit, but it's the way you say it. Like, for example, like certain rappers may, like, you know, like for example, when Stormzy, for example, is talking his talk, and he's just saying, I can do this, or I can buy, just flex it, and he's saying it so calmly, or like the language, like even like for example, Drake on that album. There's certain stuff he mentioned, and he's mentioning certain places that he was doing, or certain, for example, he was naming like the name of like either a yacht or a jet, a private jet.
Yeah, and it was like, I can't be able to explain it. If you know, you know. I just
So it was like certain shit like that,
Don't do that.
Like him, like, and he's saying it like he's on that sort of beat. He's just talking his talk. So bold,
and that's why I love him. He's not rapping. If you listen to music, he's not rapping. He's talking. It's like a monologue.
It's almost like poetry.
It's poetry, like he's talking to himself. But my review on it, I would have said 7. One, because it was good, but a lot of the album was just filler. Like I said, it's songs that I've heard or I can hear from them.
Yeah, but it's got replay value though.
Yeah,
I feel like I've
definitely. I feel like, again, we need more 21.
Yeah.
And I feel like Drake shouldn't drop music for 3-4 years now after this.
I feel like
I feel like he still sounds like he's trying to find something or someone to motivate him. I've in terms of that, I feel like, you see when he's collabing with, and Joe Budden said something similar, and I was thinking this. Yeah. It was crazy. I feel like in terms of when he collabs with like the 21s, the Lil Babies, even like the Little Yachty as well, who he produced the album,
Yeah. I feel like he's doing that because, one, he wants to see who's hungry, and two, I think low key, he's sizing up who's up next. So like for example, you see how he's done the tunes with Little Baby, and this, that, and the other.
They would make a great collab album, you know. They would, you know.
But I feel like he's doing that because he's like, okay, that's the next person. Because for example, 21's around.
He's still young, you know. He just turned 30, bro. He's actually mad young.
He's round that sort of Little Baby. Maybe just on the Little Baby in terms of
just
under
Little Baby,
tears. I feel like Drake's smart. I think that he's playing it smart because he's hanging around these sort of guys.
Keeping his relevancy as he always does.
I don't think he's keeping his relevancy.
No, I'm talking about in terms of A&R. Like, you know when Drake retires, he'll be the best A&R ever.
Probably.
No, like this.
In terms of
even like stuff like with who's that song he did, Block Boy JB. No one listens to him anymore. But like even stuff like that, like going on that tune and like hearing the sound is like You know what I'm saying? Drake's got an ear for music. That's one of the things.
I feel like he plays it smart.
He does.
He plays it smart.
That's what A&R should do. Because Drake will find the next one up for us because he's found them on the other tune before the A&Rs find them.
Because to be fair, he didn't find Lil Baby, but he caught Lil Baby just when he was heating up. He's warming up.
For sure.
Like now, like,
how many guys have got that Drake cosign? Like it's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
But also, who else did he diss? He dissed Meg.
Okay, me and Ben.
Now, shall I go?
Yeah, say.
So firstly, now okay, so I got two sides to this.
Yeah.
Now, the Meg, obviously everyone knows that Meg's got a pending case with Tory Lanez.
Standard Meg.
Yeah. Now, we don't know what's happened.
No, we do.
No, we don't. because the evidence doesn't show that. The evidence
Tory's got short man syndrome, bro. He shot a woman.
Hold on. Hold on. Now, you see, when the news come out, I thought initially, I was like, whoa, Tory, what are you doing?
What are you doing, yeah.
But then, the main evidence that really got me is that the fact that he has no gunpowder on him. Now, anyone knows, or not anyone, but guys that, if you've
lived that life,
you know that if you've shot a gun at someone, one, the gunpowder's instant, because remember, they arrested him straight away, there and then. They took his clothes for...
No, it wasn't straight away.
It was. The police was there. The police caught them, bro. They took them.
Yeah.
Because remember, it was his gun.
Because she didn't want... I remember they said... It
was his gun,
and
they took his clothes in forensics, and they didn't find no gunpowder in his clothes. And that was telling to me, but I thought, okay, cool, let me hear it play out. And also, his security and her friend, her best friend member, were in the car. And no one said out of them two, of course, he's security, but no one said out of them two whether he shot him or not.
But Meg's best friend got out because she's lied about other stuff. And apparently she already had a previous relationship with Tory.
But she said that Meg has been lying about stuff as well. Because remember, they were going back and
forth. Honestly, I always say that there's three sides of the story. Your side, other side, and the truth, innit? But my thing is, and I hope, because I'll say honestly, I stand with Meg, even after the shooting.
Like, I hope he didn't
because
shoot
she has, I hope he didn't shoot, but it looks like he did. But my point is, whether we want to admit or not, bro, she's been bullied for this, and some of it is not her fault. Like, it's not fair because, like she said before, she didn't want to snitch on them because of the whole culture. Don't say nothing. But Tory was running his mouth, which, as a woman in that sort of time, let's say something that's crazy. Like, let's be real.
That would annoy you.
Yeah, that's crazy. That would annoy you. So now she's gone out. She's spoken the truth. Because just to let Matt take off, we've gone past him. Because even when me and you were talking before we came here, we said, I was telling you that now the ATL police is begging for people to come out for the truth so they can take off justice, but no one wants to speak. And then we both agreed, like, bro, this hood politics, hood moral is so selective, bro. It's so dumb because
so's the rap game.
Yeah, so's the rap game because
I'm gonna go into the rap
I said something like, bro, if God forbid, it will never happen to me or my family, my friends, my family gets blamed in front of me or 100%. Killed, bro. I'm singing more than Trey songs, bro. It's crazy. Like, so for me,
I don't know why we even say singing.
But I'm telling the truth. This is me as a civilian or in the rap game. I'm not in North. I'm a civilian still, but I'm saying even if I was bro, there's certain things where justice is justice, bro. Because if you're man enough to do the crime, you're man enough to have the responsibility to do the time. Don't talk to me about nothing about that. But that's something different. But so
with now the Meg situation though.
Yeah.
Now with that, I don't want to spend too much because I want to get to
Drake. We'll get to Drake. We'll go back to Drake.
But like quickly. People in the industry have said that when she's drunk, she can get a bit rowdy, and her and Tory were drunk in that situation. So, all these pieces of information I'm thinking about, but at the same time, if Tory did shoot her, that's like disgusting. Like, you should know where he's shooting.
Can't lie though, I think Meg would beat him up in a fight though.
Probably.
No, Meg might thump him still. Meg might thump him. What she has to do is sit on him.
Bro, she's got put her hands up in front of it.
On a Thanos thing, you shall not pass.
But no. The Drake bar when he said
he did this one, man.
To me, it was a double entendre.
Yeah, triple. It was actually triple because
he was speaking about some German model that slide.
Speaking about BBO.
Yeah,
and then also Megan. Yeah, so it's a triple. Part. Yeah.
The thing that pissed me off about Meg, she went on Twitter and said, "Why are you using my name for clout?" This and that. I'm like, man, calm down.
Yeah, Drake don't need your clout. Drake don't need your clout.
Sit out.
You've never said your name as well.
Yeah,
you've never said your name.
I'm like, okay, cool. The bar was maybe unnecessary, but to me he was smart because he did not write that bar thinking I'm gonna go at Meg for Tory, but he knew it would cause a conversation. He knew which is smart. Yeah, it's marketing. Yeah, he always does that. And the thing that is so sick that he since he's released this album, he said nothing about any of the bars. But even look at the rollout of the album. From then, you should have known what you're listening to on this album. Let's take it for a pinch of salt, bro. Yeah. Like, and I even said to Ben, I didn't listen, and Ben's my witness. Ben, when did I start listening to the album? Not when it dropped in it. It was literally because I listened to it straight away. I asked you. You said you still haven't listened to it. And this was a couple days. Yeah, this was a couple days after it dropped. Because I said to him, one thing I've learned about me and my music taste. Why again I think it's so good, but it's like I wait for the hype to die down because sometimes we can let hype get to us. Yeah. So like, I'm even listening to the Nas album right now, which I think is better. But next episode probably hard album. That Ben came to me. I told him to like listen to it, and he's like, "Bro, I can't lie, it's hard, isn't it?" Like, so I feel like when music comes out, this is again why I'm a bit indifferent about first week sales because numbers matter, but they don't tell the whole truth. Because me, I'm not contributing to your first week sales because
more than likely, I'm not listening to it in the first week.
Yeah.
I want to get my own opinion of the music first.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it. Even with Black Panther, like, I watched it the weekend. I watched it on Monday. It just dropped last week, the weekend.
I still haven't watched it yet.
But I waited for the whole weekend hype to go because I said, no, I want to watch this for myself. And I loved it.
And for cinemas, though, bare packed. I watched Women King the day it come out, and it was just full up. Like I'm in a
Great
theater.
movie, though.
Sick movie.
Great movie. 9 out of 10.
I was literally.
It would have been a 10, but there was a couple judge scenes that I won't messing with.
No, it would have been a 10 if people weren't fucking clapping. Don't stop clapping when we're watching movies, please. I know you're getting excited, hey, but please, man. I just want to watch it in peace.
A white guy, when I was watching Black Panther, shouted at Bombay, bro. I said, nah, bro. I just.
Wait, they shouted what?
You know that chant where they do with Bombay?
Yeah.
He did this. I said,
yeah, like you can laugh and giggle, but like.
No, bro.
Keep quiet, man, please.
Wakanda's talking about people like you trying to come infiltrate us. It's a retelling of the past. Don't try to come be like, yeah, I'm fighting on your side. No,
trying to gentrify it. Them man there.
Man, next thing you know, they're gonna start making T-shirts of it. I stand with Wakanda. Shut up, man. Shut up. But yeah, anyway, the Drake bar.
Now, obviously, people online were saying, "Oh, Drake, you shouldn't be talking about someone's trauma like that." But hold on, now you know me. I come with my evidence because one, when it comes to rap, yeah, I'm sorry, as a rap fan, there's no rules. You can talk about whatever. To me personally, and secondly, I like the fact that he started just throwing shots because I can't lie, rap's boring, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm a fan of rap beefs. As long as it doesn't turn into anyone dying and no one being harmed, I'm a big fan of rap beef.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows when when Pusha was beefing Drake, I was like, Pusha, go test him, and he won that. And because to me when people like, for example, when Meg was going online, I was thinking, Meg, you're a female rapper who's known to who can rap. Yeah. Let's say to like,
she raps at a C level.
Yeah, but let's say to like the or to your audience, or to the masses or the people that you.
She's got a cult still. I'll give her that. Yeah.
You're someone who tries to show that you're someone who could spit bars. That you do freestyles. You got verses on big tunes whereby
her double XL was decent. Her double XL was decent.
Yeah. So in my head, I'm thinking, why are you coming on Twitter? Go rap, drop a tune and
sometimes it's like
this Drake. If anything, in fact, that will help you. That'll boost your little image that you've got.
Sometimes like, it's like that. You just gotta use the music because.
So say quickly because, like and I mentioned the Pusha and Drake beef. When Pusha was taking the piss out of 40, OVO 40, Drake's producer, he's got MS by the way. That's multiple sclerosis.
Sclerosis, yeah.
Yeah. No one said anything. I didn't say anything because, like I said, to me, rap music,
thing,
and if you're taking a piss out of a man with MS, which is a degenerative disease or disorder, whereby he gets worse progressively over time. A man said OVO 40 hunched over like he 80. Tick. That's a sick bar, by the way. Hey, Pusha, you're a sick brother for that.
I said you're in the microwave.
Man said tick. You know,
lifespan's crazy.
Bro, and you know when the microwave stops and it goes, do you know how sick that bar is? Do you know how sick that? No, I can't lie. That story you added on. Oh my gosh.
That's a bad one, bro. That's a no.
That you see that this song. But to me, no one said anything. But then now you lot, and I get it, cool. But you lot are very selective. Like don't be brushing past. But then all of a sudden now it's like for me.
No, I agree because it's like a female rapper in UK, that Champagne remix I was telling you to listen. But she made a song called Champagne Pain or something, yeah. And she said it in a bar that a lot of man come up to me and say, we love how you don't talk about sex. And then the next bar she was like, what's that supposed to mean to me? The basis of hip hop is misogyny. It is. And it's like, it's true, like we need to stop trying to do this whole thing where it's like
stop trying to police,
because hip hop started from us speaking a certain way about women. Freely. Yeah, and speaking freely, but especially there was a misogynistic aspect to it, if we're gonna be real. Even Nas at a point, Jay-Z, all our all-time favorite. If you actually listen to Tupac, you know he was a madman.
Don't get started on Tupac and Biggie.
He was just dissing everybody, bro. There was even something where Snoop said a story about they were in New York. He went up to Nas, told him, I just dissed you on a song, and if you're a fan, like, say, you better not say nothing. And Nas was like, nah, bro, like, I love you too much. Like, I don't know. But it's like, it's stuff like that where Tupac was a madman. So, like, we need to stop trying to, like...
Stop trying to police
and, like...
let people... Like, I remember one time, like... Beyonce used the word spaz. Do you remember this? She used the word spaz, yeah, and
I know.
People on Twitter were getting bare outraged, and I'm like, first of all, when have you not even cared like that? Like, why you stop the fake public and selective outrage? Like, listen, if you don't like it, do not listen to rap, please, because I like when artists like
because I gotta be honest with myself. I used to be like that, the police, and I was just like, but bro, this genre.
That's the beauty of it, though. Yeah. That's why I actually listen to it, bro.
It's a love-hate thing. Sometimes you're going to be like, yeah. And if it's not for you, that's fine.
Yeah.
No one's going to say
it.
Like,
don't listen to R&B. I like my R&B sometimes here and there.
No, but even different types of rap. Like, if there's certain artists you don't mess with, there's certain artists Ben don't listen to. And that's fine. I don't listen to. That's fine. Like, but niggas need to stop. And going into that, I know we didn't really plan to talk, but I just want to touch on this quickly. It's the same thing about the whole, because you sent me a topic, or was it, I saw something on Insta where someone was like, oh, the old adage of does hip hop influence the youths, or can we listen to hip hop and still support BLM if the rappers are talking about killing people?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a very interesting topic, but at the same time, I'm on both sides. I get both sides.
But should I tell you what annoys me is that it's deeper than just the music.
No, for sure.
It goes all the way back to like the social like infrastructure, because these youths wouldn't be killing people if they haven't got no foundation to set within their own lives in terms of like for example the council, if we're talking here, or the government in general, like what are they put in place? Because if anything, I'm not someone that likes to use the system, as they say, as an excuse, but at the end of the day it's built to not help a lot of people. And to me, in my head, it's like if you ain't really got what's the word, how can I put this, like if you ain't really got something to not fall back on, but if you ain't got like if there isn't anything put in place that's gonna help you in terms of like getting a job, or I don't know, like actually like in terms of like growing up, actually building yourself, you're obviously, of course, you're gonna be influenced, and then you're gonna go and start selling drugs.
Yes.
Then you're gonna start obviously joining gangs. You're gonna start doing this, that, and the other. Yeah. So it's like, as much as we want to say, oh, it's hip hop, because hip hop does influence. Like we've spoken about it before. It's influenced me. Obviously, I listen to drill tunes here and there. Doesn't mean I'm going out, I'm thinking about killing people. Like no, like it's more. It's bigger than just the music.
See, I'm on two sides. I'm with Ben when it said.
It can influence. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's bigger than that.
I'm saying the influence does matter. But as I say, if anything, artistic, same with music, it's just an expression, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, firstly, what I want to say to people, I don't want to stay on this because everyone's talked about it, it's boring, but music is an expression of your lifestyle, of your environment, of your surroundings. So, again, I agree with that point. What do you expect people to talk? Because the same people that say, oh, hip hop's fake, we want you to talk about being real. This is some people's reality.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's the infrastructure of the government, because it's like, people don't pick and choose where they're growing up, unfortunately, where they look at. So if what they see is a jungle, you can't expect them to rap about a flipping
a beach.
A beach, or like a peaceful river, or like a peaceful slalom.
Makes no sense.
You can't. But then, at the same time, you got to remember that because it's an expression of where they are, like they can only paint it in a way that they've lived in, and so a lot of them,
that's true to them.
And a lot of them is every man for themselves.
100.
So you see that in the music, but then again, we also need to get out of this culture of, we've said it before, where it's just pushing that you can only be certain things as a black man, whether it's an artist, musician, or athlete, or just like someone just doing something crazy. Like, we need more doctors, we need more of these, because at the end of the day, same way as we said, it's your environment. There's some people in that environment that have seen all of that and been good. So I don't like when, and I've done this before myself, I've used that as an excuse of, oh, where they're from, but I wasn't from the best place. Ben wasn't from the best place. A lot of people weren't from the best place, and they've made the most of it. So we as a community have got to find that medium of saying like, yeah, you can do this, but you're not all the time. Sometimes you are, but you're not constricted to doing a certain thing because of where you're from. That there's more to life than that, and we need to show them. And this is what we spoke about a couple episodes ago. Was like, what does success mean to you? We've misconstrued the identity and the meaning and the actual like value of success, because a lot of them
success is who's got the volume, who's got the chains,
because
who's got the diamonds. Whereby it's like success is more than bigger than that.
They've been indoctrinated to think that success comes in a certain way, or that. If they do become the doctor, the community will just be like, oh yeah, he's doctor, that's just cool, but yeah, he's the rapper. No, like, but that, like, this is why I say celebrate everything. Like, me and Ben, bro, I tell Ben all the time, this is why I say always value your friends, appreciate them, because sometimes they need it. That's how you build a community. Yeah. When Ben sends me the reels before he drops them, I'm like, nah, Ben, this is hard. Because I know how hard he works. Like, he edits, he does what and listen, whether he takes it or not, I'm showing him my love, because when you show people love and support, what that allows them to do is, one, realize their purpose, realize their potential, realize their talent, and then they're gonna want to do it more, and that's how people elevate and grow. But if you take people for granted and you don't appreciate them, they're gonna depreciate, and then they're gonna just go back into this thing of because I'm not doing a certain thing that Ben agrees with or looks right to him. It's not seen as success. Nah, man. Gas up your people. Celebrate people more than you celebrate yourself. 100, when your friends win, you gotta do the most.
Celebrate like it's your win.
Literally, because sometimes, whether you like it or not, they're doing it for you. And I'm not saying that's good, but they're doing it because they want to hear
make
well done. Sometimes it's just well done, bro.
Yeah.
That's all the man want to hear. Well done. Like, I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's why when my friend reposts my stuff, even if it would be once in a while, I've done a couple times. They're like, oh, it's nothing. I'm like, bro, you don't know how much that means to me as my boy. Real. Like, because that means even if you're not watching it, but that one repost, I don't know where that could go. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So yeah, man.
And literally, it was crazy. As you were speaking, I was thinking, like, in terms of like the hip hop and the influence, I feel like, for example, when you take that plant, like, I feel like music is like the leaves.
The leaves, yeah.
So all them leaves represents like different things that influence people.
For sure.
But then, like we said, the root, to me, the roots which you can't really see like that is the government and the infrastructure that's put in place.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of see it in terms of like why these kids are, or how everyone's saying, like in terms of hip hop's the reason why that's or drills influencing these kids to start killing people and stabbing people. Whereby I feel like it's a matter it's just a lot deeper than that, man. At the end of the day, and moving on from that, or segueing from that,
Where do you want to go next?
One thing I wanted to speak about, which I've seen online, it was like people getting onto girls that are influencers in terms of like living a lifestyle, or I don't know, like portraying this sort of lifestyle, and it's like one thing that I just started asking myself was like, one, why can't you be someone? No, in fact, no. One, you guys are the ones that are following these people and making them
the bread,
quote unquote influencers.
Because
you're the one following them. Because
literally,
people will be, I don't care. I don't care about this person. I don't really check for them. But you guys are the one following them. There's 100,000 of you that are following these people that you're all of a sudden trying to bring down. That's one. Two, who says that just because this person got loads of followers that they can't have a job? Because that's another thing that I kind of see people see, is that just because someone has loads of followers doesn't mean, one, they have the same amount of money as followers as they do. Two, why can't they work a normal job? So who says that because this girl's got 1 million followers, or I don't know, 100k followers, 50k followers, that she's not allowed to go and work in the supermarket, or she's not allowed to work as a bar staff in hospitality? Like, who made these rules up? So when people are running online and free so quickly, why can't, even if a person's living that is working, why aren't they allowed to go on flex Chanel bag? If they choose to save up to buy that bag because that's what makes them happy, let them do that. Obviously, cool. I'm not someone I'm not saving up to buy material things like that. I feel like I've kind of
sometimes you gotta flex, you gotta treat yourself.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta treat. And at the end of the day, if they're doing that on sort of their socials that they choose to post on, the fact that you're getting annoyed at it,
unfollow,
you that's following them,
just unfollow.
Just unfollow them. It's just that simple
or
to
mute,
me.
if you still want to pre their thing, or just
because I feel like people are just preing, like, I feel like people are preing these people in a way, because it's like, because you can't access these things, let's just keep it 100. Because I'll be real, I see people talking about things and I'm like, I'm looking at them, you're complaining about this person wearing this and that, but I was like, and I mean this, and in fact I don't mean it in the nicest way possible, but can you even afford what they're talking? Like, I'm sorry, but if you can't really, like, sometimes I sit there and I'm like, you people that are talking, and I'm not even trying to sound rude in a way, but it's like, you're talking, but are you even able to cop this? Like, no.
Cole said it in a bar. I mean, in a tune, whether it was Heaven's EP or Kevin's Heart, where it was like, these niggas be casting stones, but they know that if they had the if they could be in that position, they sell their soul to get there.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, that's facts, because it's like, some of you need to take a step back and realise that these people are blessed, and sometimes it's not their fault. Like, trust me, there are good influencers out there. I mean, I don't follow them or like follow them as they do what they do, but like there are people doing good stuff out there, and their hard work has got them to a position to where they're seen as that. So
and the thing is, so to
a lot
of people see it as, oh yeah, just because they're posting the pictures, not really hard work. Because that's why I feel like the hate sometimes stems from, because it's like this person.
I know influencer friends. It's not easy. It's not easy to make it.
That's what I'm saying, and I feel like a lot of people are talking, whereas it's like, and like another thing I wanted to get onto. So it's that, like, for example, okay, cool, we hear about the Dubai stories, girls going to Dubai,
buy.
Girls getting Dubai and then getting doo-dooed on them, and then like we saw, like, it's crazy, but
the doo-doo's even looking tropical. Bro, see that colour? That's that Rubicon colourway.
See that? Why are we even talking about poo? We're talking about poo. Bro. Just the annoying part. The video keeps popping in my head.
He must have ate that steak from my man. You know the steak that's why I made it.
I'm getting flashbacks of the video in my head. Oh my gosh.
So big.
Bro.
So big.
And Chatty, the crazy part, the poo was overflowing in the mouth after. When the poo went into the mouth, it just...
You know, like mushy peas? That's what it looked like.
Like that, it was like the colour of this couch, bro.
Nah, it was... Dude.
It was crazy. But obviously, we're hearing stories like girls being shat on in Dubai, and they're doing that to get a bag, which to me is nasty. Like, but at the end of the day, I don't care. Do you know, if you want to do that, if you're that low, just live your life how you want to do that. Cool.
Live your life.
But
just
now,
tell the truth, innit?
But now it's like, I feel like, cool, it's happening, and it's, let's not lie here. But at the same time, now I feel like people because they're seeing another girl flexing, who's quote unquote influencers, like you lot are following, that are giving them the 100K. Now all of a sudden it's like, and now she may have posted in Dubai. Now all of a sudden you're saying, oh yeah, she's a girl that's been shot in Dubai too. And I was like,
not all the time. And I'm guilty of that. I'm saying I'm guilty of that.
No, because to me, I've never been that person that's done that. Because at the end of the day, like, I've asked a couple, one or two girls that are quote unquote influencers, and they've told me certain numbers whereby for a post, and it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, like, and it's like, and I'm thinking,
going to Dubai now is like going for a weekend in Amsterdam to them. Like,
that's what I'm saying. And so now to me is that I feel a lot of people that are talking, like I mentioned, like they can't, like they don't know the numbers. They don't know. And obviously, influence. I'm not saying influence should be talking about how much fans are paying them, because they don't need to. No one's like, they have no, like, there's no what do you call it? What's the word? Like, no one's saying that they have to in a way, in a way. But I'm saying a lot of people that are speaking and talking and saying this and that and the other. It's like, bro, like, just face your front, focus on you. If you work hard enough, maybe like the stuff that you may want that they have, because a lot of the time there's lots of egos and jealousy that people have in them.
And you know what it is as well? Like, there's a medium to this, and let me start off with one of my first points is, I don't feel like a lot of us are kind enough to this so-called influencers, like pretty girls, like, you know what I'm saying? One, like I said, being an influencer is easy, especially when you have friends like me and Ben do that. You know that they're big boys and influencers. Like, the job of influencer is so hard because you're always on a ticking clock. Because the brands only give the money to people that are popping or have the followers. So it's not just about you getting the brand, it's about you keeping them and you still growing. Because if you don't, they'll give the money to someone else to see growing quicker. Secondly, sometimes, I know it sounds funny to say, but we have to be fair and look at it from both sides, because like I said, it's not always just one-sided. These pretty girls don't have it easy. It's the same way as being tall, because it's like what Josh said when he came on. He said, when you're tall, there's only certain things you can do, because it's either people are going to say, do you play basketball, or why are you not playing basketball? Because they're going to say you're a waste of height. Do you know what I'm saying? No one wants to see a 7-foot trapper or 7-foot accountant. You can't even fit in the lift. Do you know what I'm saying? When you're pretty, bro, man, I'm like, or even girls be like, oh, you should take pictures, you should be an influencer. Like, oh my God. And some pretty girls, again, it's not their fault they're pretty genetics. They just want to chill. You know what I'm saying? No, because we know girls like that are lame, but they don't want to be like that. They don't want to be bait. Like, even having Insta to them is cringy because they'll get used to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they hate guys.
And they hate when girls and guys be like, oh yeah, she takes. Like, why? Why do I have to take pictures of her? Like, I'm just a cool person. Yeah, so there's even that pressure on them to be like, do it to the point that when they do, then it's like we said before, we only support people to a point where they reach success that we didn't think they could get to. Then it turns to hate because now we're jealous.
Then it's like, why are you there?
Now, they're way ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? That's so false, and it's like we need to get out of that. Like I said, celebrate people, but sometimes it's a thing where if you're not comfortable, you don't agree with their ideals, just unfollow, just remove yourself. Because, like I said, if you keep hating, listen. Your time's not gonna come. Secondly, when you do, don't look around for support because everyone you've been hitting on, they've all gone their ways, bro. So yeah, it's mad dumb still.
But yeah, I wanted to ask, what's your opinion on what's your opinion on influencers having a job, or people with large followings having a job? Because it's like I don't know where's this like public perception that if you got loads of followers, and even if you're taking brand,
especially on TikTok, that means nothing, you know.
Like. Yeah, exactly. Like,
okay, my thing is, I get both sides
because obviously,
because it's like what Akon said on the interview, Shannon Sharp. I don't think you saw it.
Yeah, and that's where I wanted to take it because he said that if he thinks rappers should get a part-time job or a job. Yeah, because obviously a lot of rappers they're not doing as good as they
yeah, but it's not even that. He's saying because what he said that and something else is like you can't expect people not to hate sometimes when. All you're doing is just flashing. Because to them, it feels like... And I was like, you know what? I never thought of it like that. But it's not all the way right because like I said, sometimes you're allowed to flex. You work hard to get to this position. Yeah. But it's like, if all you're showing is, I'm better than you, I got this and you don't, or like...
No, but is it I'm better than you though? Because
sometimes it is, man.
Sometimes it is. Yeah. But sometimes in my head it's like... That's what your brain's telling you.
True.
Because that's your perception.
True.
Because a lot of the time, it's just them doing... Pretty girl.
No, but I'm talking about the TikTok ones. What it is. I'm talking about the fine babes on TikTok that be like, you wish you could be like me. No, you know the exact ones I'm talking about.
No, but are they saying that?
Yes, man.
They're not saying that.
Or the ones on Insta that be like, these bees be on my D, but they just want to be me. You know, man. You know them ones, man. Okay, yeah, so I'm talking about from those sides where it's like, you can't expect love when all you're doing is just being condescending towards other people. You know what I'm saying? Then obviously the other...
I get that. I get that.
Come and say, but you're right as well. That's what I said. I don't totally agree with it because like, sometimes we still have responsibility of our actions where it's like, if someone's flexing, it doesn't mean they're saying an F you to us. It's just saying like, I'm just happy where I am. I'm blessed. Bro, and you should take that and be inspired, bro. That's how everything in this life should inspire you, whether the good or the bad. I'm telling you, because there's always a way out of something.
Because with me, like I see brothers
for sure
on the gram, like the way they, like it's got to the point where man them are doing like promo videos, like they're rappers now. They're outside, they're going out to eat. They got the videographer, they're flexing, they got the rollies, which it's lit. Like I love that. I love seeing man them doing that. But it's like it's the same thing. Am I now gonna be thinking, look at these man running around stunting them rollies? I bet that rollie's not even his. Like, why am I gonna be thinking like that? I'm thinking, wow, that's cold. Like, that's wavy. Do your thing. Like,
but there are some janky rollies that they're just not even.
Yeah.
They're rollovers.
And it's, I was even talking to the man about it, whereby I was like, even the way like for me, like I'm comfortable in me in like, myself. Skin, and then obviously maybe because, for example, I've been the 18, 19-year-old that spent like I can't even speak about what I spent on how much money I spent, and I've gone through that phase in my life, and it's like I've kind of gone past it whereby I think about the bigger picture now because I've got certain stuff that I want to do, which is more than just buying a pair of B22s or blow it on my piece. I don't get it twisted. I buy the odd crepe that's obviously if you know you know.
She wants to know she get it.
But it's like when I see, like for example, a lot of the time, unless I'm going out, I'm comfy. I'll step out like everyone that knows me, that's close to me knows. I'll step out in sandals. If I'm going post office, I'll look all bummy and shit.
My Birkenstocks.
A man them could walk past me in like a pair of fresh Jordan 4s and nice tracksuit. I would not feel away. He could even look at me like wow, like why? And the thing is, I would not feel away because one, I'm comfortable with me. Two, if I'm not even trying to, but if I wanted it, I could get it. If I'm being real. And three is that at the end of the day, like I said, like I've got like I see the bigger picture. So now it's like my life isn't like my life's bigger than the next latest
real talk.
The next latest clothes.
Man, never see me turn up to training in my like house robe and slippers.
Oh, it's like and
and a bonnet, like, and yeah, them are like, oh, he's looking bare sassy, but that's what I'm saying. But it's like, bro, like, fam,
I'm comfortable
man's
with
going
me,
training,
man.
man's comfortable with my own skin, like, why do you want me to come looking? Who am I impressing?
Yeah.
I'll be real. Like, I always say that. Like, sometimes when I feel like I do too much, I'm like, Steven, who are you actually? Sometimes you need to ask yourself that in your head. Who are you impressing? And
even when
there's
I'm
no one
sometimes.
that comes to your mind. Bro, relax.
Bro,
relax.
I'm telling you. For even when I'm in Central sometimes, yeah. I've been times where I've been in LV. Central's the worst because everyone in
Stratford,
bro, like there'll be times, yeah, for example, I'll be sitting in LV and these times I'm in like I might be in like black joggers.
Yeah.
I might have my wave runners on.
Yeah.
But then they're kind of beat up and I might just have like a plain hoodie on.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing man them that are walking in to LV with the gallery dep, the Amiri jeans, maybe a Dion's like a B22 on or B30 on, and they're almost like they're drippy walking into LV and maybe I don't know, they're probably copping something. Like,
and that's what capitalism's done to us, bro.
Yeah, and when I see that, obviously I'm there for different purposes because more time 99% of the time,
buying for your client, yeah.
I'm buying it for my client, so I know my purpose is bigger than that. So it's like I'm not seeing that. I'm thinking, wow, I need to come better. Like I'm like, no, I'm comfy. I'm not why I'm here. I'm here to make money. I'm not here.
And that's what capitalism's taught us, especially as Negroes, the Negroes. Yeah. Like, fam, like, bro, we feel, and we said it.
And I used to be like that when I was younger.
And it's the professionalism we talked about on the episode that just
last
60, yeah, 60, no, that
17,
was 17,
17.
Yeah, before I get it wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's like, even now professionalism has now gone to a socialist space where we have to dress to impress, to even feel like we have to enter some place where it's like, bro, if I've got the money, it always open to everyone, you know. Like, bro, if you've got, they might say all of this, but once they see the money, they'll treat you like the real VIP, bro.
That's what
I'm telling you, these things are dumb, bro.
That's what's so funny because when I go LV, yeah, and shout out my guy who's in LV and is Selfridges, yeah. When he sees me, he patterns me straight away. I can be dressed however I want, and that's because in a way I built the
repertoire.
I've been buying for a while now, but it's like I ain't got to do the most. Now I used to think like that. I'll probably say like when I was like 18, like 19 when I first started getting money. I'll be real. I did think like that. I did think like like at one point there. Like across a certain span, there was a time when I was buying a fresh new designer T-shirt. Yeah, I'll keep it 100 like every month in a way. And to me, it was like when I look back on it now, that was like so stupid because now more time I rock a lot of plain tees and shit. I still got the odd like nice like designer tee here and there, but I like a lot of plain tees because it's like I said, like my purpose. I kind of see I see the big picture.
You don't even want the eyes on you.
I don't. And a lot of the time now it's like. And the thing is that I've mentioned it before. Just now, like I'm comfortable with myself, so I know the things that I'm doing. I know the movements that I'm making.
Facts.
So whether that person that's walking past me, like thinks it or not, it does not concern me at all. And I feel like obviously certain guys it hits them later on in their late 20s. Certain guys it hits them early. Other guys it may hit them now. But I feel like that's something that just needs to be known that listen, bro. After like and the thing is, one thing I always say as well, yeah, is that for me personally, I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like every guy like needs to go through that phase whereby you blow like a little money, like in a way. And it sounds dumb, but I feel like that sort of is like a lesson that you learn, and I feel like I learned that, like whereby it kind of helps you in terms of like once you've done certain things, like for how I feel now, it's like you've done this, I've done this and this and this. Now it's like almost like I don't really need, like it makes you realize that it's worthless in a way.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. There's certain things my mom say trial by fire. You can only learn when you go through it.
Yeah.
Like I get it. Some things aren't. They're teachable in the consequences, but they're not teachable by someone telling you. You just have to go through it.
But obviously, there's different skills. Like obviously, some like, for example, in my instance, when I blew certain amounts, I can't mention because if I mention, but like.
Big Ben. Like, this is the real Big Ben, not the one in Central. This is the real Big Ben.
Nah. But yeah, like it made me realize that you know what? Yeah, now it's like shit's bigger than this shoe or that top or whatever or that jacket. or
life's
bigger than that, and it's like I feel like there's certain things that now on me it was on this on a scale whereby it was this amount. Some people maybe even less than that, less than the amounts that I spent. So I feel like for me personally, I feel like young guys, even girls as well, you may need to go through that moment whereby you're just blowing peas, or just to as a lesson to show you that this shit isn't worthless in a way. Because otherwise, then you're gonna be thinking it's gonna get to a point whereby you're still gonna be thinking that there's worth in shit like this. Whereby technically it's shit's worthless at the end of the day. But that's how I personally feel about that, man. Honestly.
Yeah, I just want to touch on something we said we'll speak about before we forget. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys know, because I feel like it's a very music episode and I like it.
I like how you.
So 21 Savage came out again recently saying he would smoke. His 2016 double XL freshman.
So let's get. Wait,
I got the names up.
God, name everyone in the.
So I don't think these are all of them, but these are the ones. Lil Uzi.
Yeah.
Denzel Curry. Hard. 21.
Yeah.
Kodak Black hard. Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
Herbo.
Yeah.
Dave East.
Yeah.
Anderson .Paak.
Designer.
And then Lil Dicky. This was the best freshman since J. Cole's year, I think.
J. Cole's one was him and Kendrick were in that one, isn't it?
Yeah, him, Kendrick, Nipsey.
Was Mac Miller in that one?
Mac Miller.
Yeah, I remember.
Couple,
yeah. But who? Okay, now.
How many songs you getting? 10.
To me, but the thing is, to me, Versus has always been 20 songs. I don't know where the 10. But I feel like the 10 has been because I remember when I watched Rick Ross and 2 Chainz, that was 20 songs.
20, yeah, we'll do 20.
Now, if it's, I feel like 10's only used for the little boys. Like, the people that ain't got the 10 hits or like 20 hits. Now, firstly, who out of that class, to me, to you.
Name me your top 3.
Okay. Oh, top 3. Okay.
So I'll say the names again.
I'll say 21, Lil Uzi, yeah, and Kodak. Those are the 3 you shortlist. You have to. Don't tell me G Herbo. G Herbo is cool. But he's not in that realm. He's not in that realm. Let's not even try and make it argument. Yeah, he's not in that realm.
But he is a better rapper than Lil Uzi.
Yeah, but in terms of the things that
in terms of verses wise,
them 3. When you think about that class.
Oh no, we're lying.
Of course, a Little Yachty.
We're lying. Should I tell you why we're lying?
Why?
I listened to him. It was always hard. Anderson .Paak is up there, you know.
But in terms of like what them 3 have done, in terms of big, because one thing I know Anderson .Paak, but at the same time, he like in terms of like for example, who's got the biggest song out of that class? Because it's Lil Uzi. With XO Tour Life. That's the biggest tune to come out of that class.
Ooh, it is.
XO Tour Life was
What about No Flocking?
No Flocking. It was a big tune, but XO Tour Life commercially as well. What it done. Yeah, like No Flocking was the streets. Like I had the streets.
21 Savage has a couple though.
21, he's got a collection.
But this is what I'm saying about verses. Verses isn't necessarily the best. It's hitmaker.
I know.
Yeah.
But the biggest song in terms of because XO Tour Life for that.
It's crazy. I think Lil Uzi can win a couple rounds, but I still think 21 wins.
Couple rounds. Do you know Lil Uzi's catalog?
I do, but I still think 21 wins. Especially if that's what I said. If it was 10
if it's 10, I think
Lil Uzi maybe.
I think I was gonna say 10. If you're gonna do 10, that's an Uzi's advantage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if it's a proper versus, 20, that's what I said. That's why I stick with what 21 said. Kodak has something to say.
I feel like Kodak's underrated.
I feel like the better one would be Kodak versus Uzi. That would be a more battle tested one. Because 21 Savage, he might not have the 10s, but he has 9s, 8s, and 7s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Lil Uzi will have a 10 and then like a 5.
Yeah. Because Uzi's got a couple 10s to me. Like, for example, Uzi, like when I think about Lil Uzi, I think XO Tour Life, I think Money Longer, I think Peas and... Everything on that Love Is Rage, I think Love Is Rage 1 or 2. One of them is like, to me, like, crazy.
I think Kodak Black versus Lil Uzi is the better versus. 21 Savage versus a Herbo or Anderson .Paak could be a better versus.
Stop saying Anderson .Paak.
He's hard, man. I'm sorry, bro.
Cool.
He's cool. No, he's not cool. He's amazing.
Cool.
He's amazing. He can rap as well.
Okay, his Love Is Rage 1. Love Is Rage 1, yeah.
I don't listen to Lil Uzi, so that's why.
I can't lie. Love Is Rage 1. Oh, wait. Is it
even Denzel Curry's hard.
No, Denzel Curry is... I was listening to him.
His last album was amazing.
Is it? I think is it
His last
Perfect Love
album
Tape?
was amazing. He should have got nominated for a Grammy.
Nah, it's Lil Uzi versus the World. He's got Money Longer, You Was Right, P's and Q's. Then he's got Do What I Want. No, I do what I want. And then he's got Too Much Sauce with Future. He's got Exo Tour Life, as I mentioned. He's got Bad and Bougie. He can drop Bad and Bougie because he's got the don't say no. But, we do remember his verse. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't remember his verse.
Remember his verse.
What's his verse? How does it? On my mother's life.
And he goes, yeah. Then he goes. Saying that switching my hoes like my flows, switching my flows like my hoes, bro. And then he goes ooh. Now she want and bro. Everyone listen. So now everyone listening knows about that.
Who's got a better album? Who's made the best album out of all of them?
I'll say 21.
Yeah.
I'll say 21.
Which one?
I'll say 21.
He probably has 2-3 albums.
In terms of projects,
bro, I Was better than what any one of them was dropped.
But Kodak drops hard tapes as well, albums as well. I feel like Kodak's
the Gremlin one was good. One of Gremlin in it. He dropped another one recently. I haven't listened. There's too much music out right now.
Yeah, I feel like Savage.
Hey, but Back for Everything was good. Ooh, Dying to Live was a great album by Kodak.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, and Project Baby.
Kodak's got bangers as well. He's got Rolling Peace.
Remember Painting Pictures, the album. What an album!
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
That's one of Patty Cake. Bam, and then I found no.
Kodak's massive.
21 Savage versus Kodak might be the real versus. You know?
I feel like Uzi's got the big hit. He's got a bigger song.
But he ain't got the longevity. He ain't got the what's the word? The discography.
Discography.
Yeah.
Like his discography is like he's got heavy hitters, but then he ain't got the fillers. Like for me in the verses, obviously apart from Drake, Kanye, and the 1%, they've got heavy hitters for days. These lot, they've got heavy hitters, but then they ain't got heavy hitters that can last. For what I'm saying,
Kodak, Kodak and 21
and the thing is, this is another thing that I want to go into this topic as well, whereby it's like, in the verses, it's like, to me, it's two worlds coming together. It's the streets, and it's like the masses, like the commercial masses, sort of. And it's like, to me, like Uzi's got the masses. Like,
especially when you see
the majority. Like he's got the TikTok, like for example, now he's got that tune, what do you call it? I Just Wanna Rock. That everyone's doing a dance to. But to me, he's got the masses. He's still got the, obviously, I'm sure people will be listening and thinking, Uzi's got the streets, but he appeals to the masses. He doesn't make street tunes. Of course. Whereas 21, Kodak especially, them two, they've got tunes whereby it appeals to the streets. And in the verses, like for example, we saw Gucci and Uzi, Gucci Mane and Jeezy. Yeah. Like for example, Jeezy had the more commercial, you could say, tune, even though he's got the street bangers. But Gucci just had the streets. So like to me in the verses,
but that like, this freshman is deep though. Cause even I would say Dave East is probably the best rapper, but obviously commercially he doesn't touch them. But just out of them, I think maybe the only one I can chat to is 21. As in just pure rapping.
Kodak can rap as well. I feel like
Kodak's underrated. No, but Kodak,
even though he's rated,
Kodak's in my top 3 in everything in this pressure in terms of bars, albums. But again, I'll say Kodak could drop probably a better album. Dave East can't make albums.
But the thing is, one thing that kind of like gets to me is that I love bars, I'm this guy that I love bars. I need to hear bars. But if you can't make a song, your bars are irrelevant.
That's why I said Avellino on them, man. As much as I love him, he's a United fan. But
and don't get twisted. Like I listen to a handful of Dave East tunes that I like. Like he can make tunes, but he's not like the guy.
He's not a good song maker.
He's not. I wouldn't say I wouldn't put him up there.
Feature back though, crazy.
If you're gonna give him a feature, give him a verse. A young 16 or something, like let him go off. I feel like he can do that, but he's not like. If you want, for example, Kodak can make a song.
Kodak can make a song.
Uzi, whether or not you think he's like the best rapper or not, he can make a song.
That's why I love Nipsey so much. He was a street nigga that could make songs, bro.
Well, and that's.
He was just.
And that's what to me is that it annoys me because at times, and I get it at the same time because I'm like it.
Yeah.
But it's like we say, oh, this person's the best rapper, this, that, and the other. But it's like, can you make songs?
I've always said that.
Because if you can't make songs,
can you listen to him? Can you actually listen to him?
Just like there's no point. Like at the end of the day. But obviously now, in terms of music, it's almost like a thing whereby people get it. The quality of music has dropped.
For
So
sure.
now you ain't really.
I didn't even know Roddy dropped today.
I didn't. I've never been a big. I'm not a fan of Roddy Rich like that. I've never been.
No,
like,
but he dropped a couple.
Obviously, that excuse me. I'm antisocial.
I don't think that was his best album. His best one was like.
But that's his like to me. That's his staple album.
Staple, yeah.
That's got bangers on there, but yeah, to me, like the quality of the music is dropped.
You know what it
So
is?
you don't even need to know.
That's what I said before in our earliest episode. Oracle Steven, when they lose the hunger, it's done, bro.
Oh, you feel like
He's not hungry no more. When Roddy Rich was hungry, bro, he was something. He was, because remember, there was an argument, who's better, him or Baby? Lil Baby, when they were first coming up.
Oh yeah.
Remember when they tried to make that argument? Roddy Rich was,
he had the box, but
people trying to say, oh, in the next 10 years, they'll be the new Jay-Z and Nas. Like, they were saying that. They were saying that.
The streets.
That's what I'm saying.
Like we said, them two had the streets, and they had the commercial world as well.
That's what I'm trying to tell people, but Roddy fans, they don't want to hear this. When I was telling them,
I'll be real. I don't think the box was that good of a tune.
It wasn't the best song on the album. War Baby was the best song on the album.
Oh, I never thought the box was that good of a tune.
War Baby was
obviously,
the best.
Obviously, you may think I'm a hypocrite because when I was in the club and I was saving, it was going off. And hey,
yeah, because obviously but that's the environment. When everyone's going off, you'll be a hater if you're not trying to go off as well.
And don't get me wrong, it's one of them songs whereby, and I heard this song so many times that I knew the words. I knew more or. The chorus in a way, but I didn't know the song. I never had the song on my playlist. It was never that good of a song.
War Baby was the best song on the album.
Which one? That Excuse Me, I'm being
antisocial. Yeah, the last one.
I like the song. I like the song with Ty Dolla $ign.
I don't even know what that was.
Backseat.
Oh yeah, that was alright. War Baby for me.
But yeah, I get what you're saying in terms of the hunger, but I feel like it's
the hunger, man.
It's a narrative that they give. And it goes back to the sophomore slump thing.
No, well, this is more than sophomore. He's been dropping Dookie for 5 years now.
No, but that was because you remember when he dropped the second album, and then people were like, "This is what's this shit like?"
It was rubbish.
Like it was rubbish. The man went off social media saying, "I can't take it anymore," and then.
I'm hearing this one was Dookie as well. But again, I haven't listened to it.
I don't listen to him like that.
I can't. Next episode, I'm going to listen to him and give you guys an honest review, or I'll put it on the TikTok. If it's that bad,
personally, with him, I feel like people just move like everyone.
Do you know what it is?
Attention span.
No, I don't think. Do you know what it is? I think his label's doing him dirty in the A&Rs.
You think?
Let him stick to what he does best. Make hood girl tunes. Don't try to make. That was what was making him popping. The girls, remember when we said this about the female fan base?
Female fan bases.
Bro, Roddy's female fan base was what made him Roddy. Yeah, the man them F'd with him, but it's like he was making songs that again, like girls love those type of tunes.
Yeah.
But they went away from it because he was trying to be like, yeah, I got the streets. Like, it's all, bro, you don't have to prove to us, bro. These artists, what's letting you down is know your fan base. No, we said this all the time, innit? Know your fan base. Go back to the girl tunes, Roddy. Go back to them because we'll listen to them. If it's hard, it's hard. We don't care. Lil Baby, why do you think Lil Baby made we started off as close friends?
Yeah.
Look at that song, bro. Know your audience, man. That's it.
But then the only thing is, I'll say, is that in terms of that, one, with Roddy, like his features, because one thing that Lil Baby does, and one thing I'll give him, that when it comes to features, he kills features.
You know he's in top 5 right now, features.
No, 100%. I put him in there, and I'm not like I won't say I'm not the biggest fan of Baby, but I respect.
I haven't listened to his album this year either. I'll go listen to it.
I'm not running to his album. I'm not running to Lil Baby album. He's not someone that I don't know. Maybe I'll listen. I'll give it a listen, but I'm not. When Lil Baby drops, I'm not running to it. And then there. But yeah, like I said, with him, he was killing features, which I think to me, like for example, that Wants and Needs.
That was his song.
That was him.
Not many people go on a Drake tune and they say
him. That's what I'm saying. So
he did it twice. I swear there was 2 songs he did that.
What with Drake?
Wants and Needs and
I think he's and then Girls Want Girls. Girls Want Girls. His verse on that.
My girl got a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he kills features, whereas Roddy Rich, I feel like that's the reason why
you can't go on the feature.
I feel like because even Roddy Rich, I think he got 2 opportunities on Khaled's album because Khaled had the All-Star Lineup album, and the features were weak. There's even one feature, whereby I was thinking, I think it was the one where Lil Durk and someone else was on it. Yeah, I was thinking, why is Roddy on? Like he sounded like the way they mixed it. I feel like they've done him dirty. And I feel like that's the problem. And artists need to know that it's like one thing that could help them in terms of their careers as well is that when you go on a feature, yeah, you make sure you kill that shit. Because then, remember, you're tapping into another fan base. So if you go into a song and you kill a feature, people that listen to that person
Facts.
that
They don't
listen
understand.
to you, they're gonna because I do it sometimes. You're then gonna think, wow, who's this person? Like, I might need
I've
to
gone to
check
better
that out.
artists like that
Yeah,
when I heard
from
their
a
features.
feature.
That's how I got onto a Blast. I heard him somewhere and I was like, this nigga can sing.
Who did Blast? Blast had a tune with someone.
Yeah. No, I didn't know. I lied. I got into Blast when I was in America. My Canadian friend told me about him. But when I brought him here, when I came back to Ends, I was telling niggas.
I'm trying to think. There's a few artists that I've actually been put onto from a feature.
Who have I been put onto from a feature? Nipsey, I heard him from a feature. I heard Dave East from a feature.
Yeah.
Herbo, I heard from a feature. That's when I started listening to him. This guy called Saba, I heard from a feature.
Yeah. I'll be real. I heard, with what's his name? With Blade Brown. I didn't hear about Blade Brown, or I always heard of him, but I didn't actually listen to him until he had a tune with K-Trap Joints.
Oh, swear.
The first Joints tune. So when I heard him there, and I always used to see people talking about him, then I was like, okay, cool, let me check him out. Then I was like, wow, this guy's cold.
That's cold, yeah.
To me, features, if you go on a feature, you have to make sure.
You have to make sure.
You do your thing.
Just to wrap up quickly, it's going ever, so we just have to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's paid me to hurt. My goal still.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, yeah. Let's talk about that.
He's a bad no.
Wait, have you watched part 1? Because I haven't watched part 2. I've only watched part 1.
I've skimmed through part 1.
Oh, okay, cool. But to be fair, it didn't.
Okay. I watched part 2.
What's your first thoughts as a Man United fan? How you feeling right now?
As a United fan, honestly, like take all subjectivity away, be objective. He was wrong to walk out against Tottenham. He was wrong to talk about the manager like that. But knowing Ronaldo, he's a very calculated man, and I think he's a genius because
they're looking to take him out.
Buy him out his contract, and he knows the only way he could have left United was doing that because there was nothing else they could have done. Secondly, I don't believe Ronaldo would lie about the baby thing.
What did he?
When he said about they didn't believe him about the baby thing, and that when the press was coming out against him, he didn't get the backing from the coaches he put him with. Because that's something like sensitive. You don't need to lie. Betrayal. So I feel like Ten Hag, maybe there was a lack of miscommunication to where he's felt like, because remember, Ronaldo's still a grown man, he's 38, so he wouldn't come out and say that and talk about his kid 100. Unless there was a reason. So when people are talking about, no, I'm like, bro, like think of Ronaldo, this is what he's saying, bro. So there was therefore something there. He wouldn't come out. Thirdly, I believe Ronaldo is a genius as well because he had to be the sacrificial lamb. There's a lot of things Ronaldo's saying that no one else will take notice if they try to say it in United.
That's actually the one thing that was really like
telling,
he said, and he when you actually think about it, people are getting on. Some people don't like it, but he's not the first person to say.
Not the first person.
Because Man United have gotten a lot of like big time, like you had Ibra, because Ibra even criticised.
Ibra said the same thing. He said the 4 years ago.
And one thing I was telling him that he said that.
Imagine
he left in what? He left when he was like 24.
We left in 09.
He left in 09. So this is what, like 13 years ago. And he come back and nothing's changed. And these times, think about the technology in the modern day society.
United don't have a jacuzzi, bro.
This is big Man United that's owned by Glaciers. One of the
biggest club in the world. Or maybe second to Real Madrid. That's it.
Bro,
fam.
From 09 to 2022, nothing's changed within their facilities. And the fact that, and this is Ronaldo who takes his body serious, and he's like the modern professional. And if you want to be a professional, you look up to guys like Ronaldo.
You didn't lie, and this is why I said sometimes just look at the message and forget the messenger because you might not like Ronaldo. Yeah. But I'm saying that because I like Ronaldo, but I'm deep in the message because a lot of United fans, you see all they're not the real, they just want to get clicks. But we're like, no, but he's right, like, because like I said, if Sancho or Rashford even said it, they'll be like, oh, he's a young, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I can't quickly, Twitter, Did you see Twitter?
Yeah,
you see Twitter. You see the Sancho.
I'm not even on Twitter. Listen, I'm not even on Twitter. Sancho.
I'm on Twitter, Shout out Sancho.
No, I love you, bro. We need to pattern up, though.
No. I actually genuinely hope...
Then when I say you've done more daily duppies than scored goals for United, bro.
You see some of the joke... You see, there was one joke on Sancho, I think it was What Rappers Wore, He said that Ronaldo walked in with D-square jeans, and Sancho said something like along the lines of, "Get out here, you broke boy. Go get some of babies or something." I started laughing.
Nah,
Some of them,
it's the light skin thing though, man. It is, yeah. But obviously, no, but like we're laughing, but it's facts because what I try to tell people is like, yeah, some people will turn to talk about football, but this is how life is. Sometimes you gotta just look at the message and deviate from the messenger, because a lot of people don't like Ronaldo because he's been banging against, especially Arsenal fans, that 50-yard free kick in the semi-final Champions League.
well, where's this coming from?
But what I'm saying
Who's
is,
top of the league right now? Okay, exactly.
man said right now, we're not even halfway through. We're not even halfway through. When we played, what was the score?
Well done.
We're looking
at the league.
Man said the league. When we played, what was the score?
You beat Man City last year, did you not?
Yes.
And look where they finished. How many points were you behind them?
I don't know.
How many points are you behind us right now?
I don't know. We were finished ahead of you though. Finished ahead of you though. I can't lie. Win the rebuild.
Last season. Oh, now you're in the rebuild. Oh,
Same answer than the rebuild.
No, you're in the rebuild. But hold on. You skipped past my questions. You say you're.
No. Last year I got it wrong.
Last year,
you finished on top of us.
Where did you finish?
You did finish on top of us.
Okay, cool.
And where did you end up?
Last year you had a better team.
Yeah. No, we did. We had a
exactly.
shit coach.
Still finished below us.
Yeah.
3. I was here with Ralph Rannick. This is what Ronaldo said as well, which I agreed with him.
He's not a coach. He's not a coach.
But it's actually what annoys me. I don't want to hear that, because every Man United fans was saying Ralph Rannick was the guy that taught Klopp. He's the one that does this pressing, this, that.
No, but you no. Shall I tell you why?
I was hearing.
Shall I tell you why? We as fans we were shameless because
everyone got excited.
No. But one thing you can always say about United is, even though we know this shit. No, and even you said this. We'll back our manager. We'll back him, because when Ralph got brought in, we got told it was to be sporting director. No, that's what we got told.
Yeah.
And then he came as a coach. So at this point, it's like, no, but that's what I'm saying. No, but come on. Even if you're, let's say you were a United fan, yeah. Let's just say you were.
Never.
At what point? No, but hold on. At what point? Who would you rather want, Oli or Ralph? We can say what we want.
But with Ronaldo, what Ronaldo said, no, because this is coming from Ronaldo. Even he said, yeah. Why would you bring in a sporting director and a coach are two different things?
That's what I'm saying. I agree with Ronaldo. Oli was shit. No, Ronaldo was wrong about that as well, saying Oli needed more time.
I can't. That's the one thing I was at for. You're only saying that because he's your boy.
Because your boy.
You play together. I get, and obviously in terms of loyalty, he's not gonna come out and start shaming Oli like that.
But I like that.
I like that.
Because I'm gonna talk about Gary Neville today. I'm gonna say why he's the biggest waste man.
And something was so funny is that
I spoke to Ben about this.
I like that because cool. Because if he's slated to Solskjaer, who's supposed to be his boy, yeah, and then he's saying to Neville that, why are you going online? But that I'm going on to Neville right now. You see you, Neville, yeah? You're the biggest weasel. You're Randall from Recess. I see you. He's actually. I see you. Shall I tell you why? Neville, you're a waste, man. Let me say that. You're a waste, man. No, let me talk properly now. Honestly, yeah. You see Neville, yeah. One thing I don't like is people that are hypocrites. I think they're the bottomest of the barrels, innit? Because one thing is, if you keep it real, everyone makes mistakes. No one's gonna care. Yeah. Gary Neville was the same man campaigning against the Qatar World Cup. This, that. Rest in peace to migrants that worked there, because they've been doing some inhumane situations, innit? But at the end of the day, yeah, now you sign a contract to go commentate. Why? Because they're paying you. Guala. You see, money talks.
Secondly, Neville's the type of guy, because he does this on TV, he'll slay Ronaldo publicly. And what do we speak about? You know them man that try to violate you publicly, but do them private
like, yo, bro.
He tried to make a joke on Sky Sports when Ronaldo aired him on, because Ronaldo kept it real. He said, bro, you can't say you're my G, because I know you're texting him, and then in publicly you're trying to. So when Ronaldo aired him, he was like, oh, I'm not invited to the Christmas party, and then he keeps saying, oh, but it's just business. But bro, when you were talking about Oli, Carragher sent Oli out before you did. You said Oli needed more time. When we sacked Oli, he came out and said, yeah, Oli needed to be sacked. So I'm like, bro, you're the worst guy, because no one knows where you stand. He's one of them guys that try to say, 50-50. Pick a side, bro. No, because we don't know who you are. We don't know who's the real you. Pick a side, bro. Because
on the fence.
Yeah. No, my mom always told me, the friend who is friends with everybody, that's who you need to be careful of, because they have zero loyalty. And that's literally Neville. Neville literally goes where it's safe. Neville will go against United fans if it brings them money. Considering you're a United legend, you're the worst type of... And that's why I love Rio, because Rio...
that's why
I love Rio.
Keane as well.
Because Rio Keane, even though they know they're wrong, they keep it, because they say, listen, if it's my boy in a position, even if I know he's doing wrong...
You do it privately.
You do it privately, but on public, I'm going to give him my backing. That's why I wouldn't have been vexed if Neville stuck with saying Ollie should have had more time when they sacked him.
But
as soon as they sacked him, you said, yeah, he should have gone. Well, like, bro, these men are looking at that because they don't know where you stand. If you're a man first, whether you get money or not, where are your morals? Where's your integrity? Who and what do you stand for, bro? Because no one knows anymore. The fans see it. Even the biggest United fans are saying, nah, hold on here, bro. Neville, you can't keep doing that, bro.
I tell you what's funny with the Qatar thing, is that he said, even though he's protesting online about it, but he said he can go do it there in Qatar. And I'm like, bro, you can do this. You can do the same protesting on Twitter from back home. And
guys, be careful, because you know what he wants to go into soon?
What?
Politics.
I know.
Be careful, bro. I'm telling you, there's guys like this. I know everyone's gonna say, "Oh, why is this?" No, but this is real. This is how the politicians act, bro. They don't stand on nothing. They say what you want to hear.
They say what you want to hear. That's what conservative.
Ask him where he stands on, bro. Because this is the same guy that said he loves Ronaldo, but publicly slaying him, and that's why Ronaldo probably aired them to let everyone 100%. Know, like, because bro, you know Neville is texting them behind the scenes trying to be like,
bro.
Bro, Neville, we've clocked to your waist, man. You're walad, you're salad. You're not even suya. You're actually coleslaw, bro. You're actually meaty.
I like coleslaw.
No, coleslaw is meaty. You know what he is? Oh, I don't even want to say it, bro. You know that hard chin, fam? The one that everyone leaves, bro.
Oh, that
the
one.
Hard one. Not the
tastes
soft
like
one.
nothing.
Just be breaking
the
your
teeth,
bro.
The one that's squiggly lines.
Yeah, that's Neville. We're on nah, bro. No, because I'm genuinely annoyed. Because I'm like, at a certain point, we gotta call out people, bro.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between this one. Again, I love Rio because they were trying to pepper Rio on Ronaldo, and he said, "Listen."
Even though I disagreed with Rio, I was like, I get it.
I get it. No, I disagreed.
He's your teammate. Same with Roy Keane as well. Roy Keane is a hard guy.
I get it, bro.
Live on Sky Sports.
Bro, if someone tries to chat to me about Ben, believe in me, I'm backing Ben to the fullest.
Exactly.
Unless it's something that is just obviously wrong. But in private, I'll be like, yo, my bro, come on. Like, but
it's just that simple.
For certain things, because it's like, at the end of the day, loyalty is very important, bro. Because I need to know when I'm in the line of fire, who can I count on?
Especially in that
scenario. And you're not going to call on Gary Neville, bro, because you don't know. Bro, I promise you, if BT gave Gary Neville 50 M's right now, Carragher's not his boy no more, bro.
100%.
Carragher's not his boy.
And then him five would be like, yo, man, they slipped the 50, bro. Like, I know, I get it.
No, Neville, man.
Neville.
I'm on you, man. I'm on you, yeah. Like, but yeah, just guys like that are the weirdest.
But yeah, with that Ronaldo thing, I feel like to me, he didn't say anything
brazy. He didn't say anything.
There was no breaking news. As much as like, even though he may said a few things like the young players who he thought was like serious. I didn't find nothing too
nothing.
But to me, one thing I like, and people slated Lukaku when he did this, But to me, it's like I like the thing whereby players are talking and keeping their things. Because one thing I hate, and this is what
robotic players.
I spoke about it with Rashford, because I love Rashford.
Where's the real you, man?
But it's like stop, please. Like, do you know what? Just stop the fakeness.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
Like, for example, like we spoke about it before when Rashford went onto the shop and they asked him about racism with the Euros. And you try to play it down in a way, and I was like, "Bro, that's your media training to answer." Like, bro, what's the real you saying? And that's what I like about. Even though Ronaldo thing was obviously he's so experienced now, whereby he knows what to say.
He knows what to say, and he knows.
To me,
he's a genius. He's a genius.
Especially with Lukaku as well. When Lukaku did it, I'm like, do you know what? Yeah, I don't mind like players talking. I know people are going to be annoyed because they're going to be like, oh, this is an NBA where players are speaking, blah, blah, blah.
But this is what we need to get out of, is this English system,
mindset.
Bro. That's just racism.
The thing is, is that I like seeing these footballers with their personality.
Yeah, you're human first.
The thing is, anyone that's, when it comes to business, of course, it has its disadvantages, but advantages in terms of like, it will bring more money into the sport. People will be more interested.
That's why the NBA is so
that's why it's so big.
You feel like you know LeBron and Steph. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Because you actually hear them speak.
Fam, and this is why I'm still so hot about the Neville thing. And obviously, it's just Oh, bro, it's annoying, man. It's annoying. No, Ronaldo didn't say nothing wrong. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, and I know a lot of you man agree. You don't want to. We're not doing this for clicks or likes. Like, Ronaldo didn't do anything. The part where he said I don't respect the manager, that's awful. Ronaldo, you're better than that. Could have worded that. He could have worded that different.
But he could have. But I hear it. It's wrong, and it goes back to the professionalism thing, because he's wrong in terms of like, because as a modern professional.
But when he said Glazers out, I rated it. Glazers out, bro. Them man are the real.
No, but what's the difference between him saying the owners are doing shit and the managers doing shit?
Because all the owners.
Technically, you should deal with that stuff in private.
No. Because Do you know United's revenue went up by
When
500%?
The stock prices, their stock prices went up.
Ronaldo knows he's putting pockets into them, man.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? Just because they own the club, like he said, the fans are the club. This is what people need to understand. Ronaldo said it. The owner of your club doesn't care, bro. Most of the time, anyway. Sometimes they do.
Most of the time, yeah.
But fans are the real people of the of the club, innit? So, when he said, I love the fans, and Ronaldo said this because of the fans, 'cause like I said, he's a sacrificial lamb. If anyone to sell Glazers out, wouldn't have meant nothing, but yeah.
Bless you. Personally, yeah, when it comes to this, I feel like I said, I want players to speak out more. But like you said, I don't think he was doing a sacrificial lamb thing.
Because he's gone, man. No. He's not coming back. He's gone.
No, but I feel like when you say sacrificial lamb, I feel like he did it more for himself.
No, yeah, but
one thing I'll say is that I always thought that he should never have gone back to Man United. Personally, when he first went, even when he scored the 18 goals first season, whatever, and he done his thing there, I still thought like, in terms of long term, it's not gonna help you lot. I feel like that was gonna, like, I get bringing someone like him and Varane, it kind of helps to steady the ship.
No, Varane's a great signing, but it's just.
But in terms of long term,
you're right. No, but Varane could be for us for the next 3-4 years, still be world class. But I agree with the Ronaldo one. But why I agree we should have bought him is because obviously I didn't want Ronaldo at that age, like his legacy. I didn't want it to go down.
Yeah, but he's done his thing at Man United already. And to me, there was no way, yeah. Because I remember, it's still painful.
No, but my thing was...
Hold on, quickly. I remember when you lot bought Sancho, Ronaldo that season, I was hearing, challenging for the league. And it annoyed me because I was like, you lot are not. Like, don't, like, top 4, cool. Which, did you get top 4?
No, of course we didn't.
You didn't?
It was Ollie.
Exactly, you didn't get top 4. But...
We didn't have a manager. We had.
Oh, you didn't have a manager. Oh,
bro, we spoke on the last EP, bro. We had a substitute teacher. PE teacher.
Supply teacher, that bro. That's another thing. That's
how we treated him.
You know?
Only was literally a supply teacher. Do you think they respected him? Do you think they respected him?
No, that's what I was going to say. It got to the point where I actually felt sorry for him.
Yeah, bro.
Because even though he's smiling, I could see the pain through them eyes.
No, but that's why I hated Ollie. Bro, we went to Emirates. We played better than them. Yeah, we lost 3-1. We lost 3-1. And he was smiling like, yes, I love the character of these boys. Sometimes every loss, he's smiling. What are you smiling about, bro? No, what are you bro? Because you know what it is? It's them ones where it's like, how can you come to me in the dressing room and I've just seen you smile and we've lost and you're telling me we need to work? Why would I listen to you bum fam? Like, bro, but
free early gunners, man.
Bro, that guy's never gonna manage again. He was a supply teacher.
He will.
Where?
He used to manage England. Fuck Gareth Southgate, man. That's another thing with the World Cup as well. One, actually, no, let's talk about the World Cup quickly, bro, because we still got a bit of time, like 10 minutes left.
Who's your favourite?
Of course, the favourites is like Brazil, because when
I can't lie.
I heard everyone saying the favourites is Brazil, blah blah blah.
Argentina. No, people say Argentina, but
not Argentina. I don't think they're
going.
When you look at when I looked at Brazil's squad, they're stacked, boy. They're stacked.
But the only bit that's meaty, is their fullbacks. Their fullbacks are meaty.
Their fullbacks are all right, but
they're meaty. Nah. You know their best left back is?
Who they got left back?
Alex Tellers, bro.
Oh. No, but you know, certain man, when it comes to international football, they turn into a different player.
Yeah, but I think that's why we bought him. We saw him for Brazil because I don't know what. Yeah. You know who the right back is?
No, I don't think Dani Alves is going to start, by the way.
Yeah, it's Danilo from Juventus.
Danilo. That's what I'm saying. No, but international football, bro, is a different game, bro. How many players have you seen in international football?
Do you know my dark horse? Not my dark horse, but my favourite, but they're dark horse. Yeah. Portugal. Especially after this Ronaldo interview. Because if you read closely what he said...
That's another thing
He said, if we win the World Cup, I will retire right now.
Is it?
What else he's got to play for? Imagine bowing out on a World Cup.
I can't lie.
That is gold.
That's what I've been like... That's what I've heard certain man say that. Listen, certain man are saying he's doing this and set himself up for the World Cup, to win the World Cup.
Bro, imagine the Netflix series that will be, bro.
If he does that...
The greatest of all time. He's only my greatest, but...
Yeah, he's my GOAT. Actually, no. Sorry. Thierry Henry is my GOAT, personally.
Yeah, but he'll be the GOAT of football.
But to me, it's like, if he does that, that's like LeBron when he did the...
LeBron! Cleveland! This is for you!
When Klay Thompson, after 3-1...
Yeah, well, I guess he's a little bitch. She called him a bitch.
And then LeBron was like, okay.
You half-class people, yeah. You get a bit Larry.
Hey, you know you can't say half-class anymore.
Why?
You can't say half-class.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing now. You can't say half cast no more. Why do you think the podcast, you know, Chucky and them, man?
Yeah.
They changed it to HC Pod. Because half cast is like, like how you say coloured people. You're not allowed to say coloured people no more. Because it's kind of seen as disrespectful.
You can't say. You really can't say that.
You can't say half cast.
So what do you say? There's like, well, I feel like
mixed race or biracial.
She's a biracial girl.
Biracial.
She's a biracial.
Biracial.
You would have bleeped that one out.
You can't say half cast.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know until Chucky said for their podcast, HC and Poet. You know what I say?
So what's it called now? The HC?
Yeah, them ones. Yeah, because it's like he said. I remember him saying if you put half caste, or if a white person walks around with a half caste, because half caste I think is what they used to call people that were biracial back in the day, and it was almost like an offensive term in a way. I think, but I think it was that. That's why. Yeah.
As long as they don't call me BAME, when they stop calling me BAME.
Yeah, that's enough. BAME. That term BAME, I can't lie. That annoys me because what black people go through and what Asian people go through is not the same thing. So stop trying to little our thing and put us all in a box together when we're not all the same. But yeah, that's episode 19 because I'm getting tired.
Slam. Anyway, guys,
should we put something on the playlist?
Yeah, we'll put something on the playlist. And while Ben's reading that up, keep sending in your topics and questions you want to talk about. We'll start that from next episode. Yeah, like this is for you as much as this for us, man. We see the support on the reels. We appreciate it. Just keep liking, keep resharing for us, even if it's just a simple post on the story.
Share it to someone that you don't know.
And on TikTok, guys, that you guys are liking it, bears. Just please
follow and comment.
Follow and comment. That will help us.
TikTok have shadow banned us.
Yeah, they've actually shadow.
Because it's gotten to the point where you'll see if you look at our TikTok, we got views of like in the 200s. Our videos reached that within
half an hour,
half an hour to an hour, and then it stops.
It just stops. Right,
so please, if you got TikTok, just like and comment on there.
In fact, we're gonna start saying this at the start of the YouTube episode because sometimes people might not watch them, but yeah, like all of that. And yeah, if you guys want to see more behind the scenes stuff or just more like us, maybe we do like challenges on TikTok together. Let us know. We do that.
But, yeah, what song are we gonna quickly add to the playlist? We've been listening to.
Middle of the Ocean, Drake, man. I'm
gonna add that one, yeah. That's the rap one, and then for the rap one, let me add. What have I been listening to? Let me take it back. Let me add Stunt 101. 50 Cent.
Okay.
Stunt 101. And then for the
R&B, Nipper, where they at? Where they at? Is it beef? Is it that? Man United will not beating Arsenal ladies.
What's the score?
1-0.
And then for me, I'm going to add Thames Higher. That's you. But yeah, that's episode 19.
Episode 19.
What should we do? If you reach this point.
Hey guys, get us to 200 followers on Insta as well, please. We've been on that 150 range for time.
Like 148. Yeah. If you reach this, message the podcast page and say, I don't know, what should be the buzzword?
I was gonna say.
No. Say Suya.
Say Suya.
That's the buzzword. So if you reach the end, because I want to do like, let's see how many people reach the end.
Really, DM us Suya.
DM the podcast page, KJ Birds Podcast.
We'll see who the real fans are.
Instagram, Suya, and we'll see.
We'll got a couple surprises for you, man. Say nothing.
But yeah, that's episode 19. We out.